Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 4. And it's Tuesday, February 4. Charlie is skiing. So I've decided that the chicken will be with me today. Hi, Tom Richardson. It's cold and high clouds in Bellingham. It's 28 here, which we think of as pretty warm compared to what it's been. Hi, Steve Verona. We saw Steve this weekend. He came to a show we did in Norwich. Hi, Kathy Marzik. I bet it's cold there in New York State too. The cup on the chair. This is. I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Chicken. He used to come to all the shows. Hi, Neil Braverman. Hi, Brian Appleberry. All you gotta do is be happy. Happy's gonna get us by. Better not to make it a project, 'cause happy isn't something you try. Oh, all you gotta know is it'll come and go. It wasn't designed to stay. All you gotta do is be happy, just some part of your day. All you gotta do is be happy with this moment as it arrives. Happy isn't looking for a medal, he's just happy to be alive. But don't hold too tight, it's not what he likes, and then he gets hard to find. Happy doesn't really like Mondays, but he's trying to change his mind. Hiding his face. Yeah, Mr. Chicken. Hi, Frank Goodman from Portland. And there's Judy Abbey from the Northwest. And I saw Kim and Eileen go by. And Aloysius. Hi, Aloysius. Hi, Mark Wilson. Hi, Tom Luba. Here, this is what I have for today. Supposed to make a noise. Wait. There we go. Ta! Maybe I should do this as I call out all your names, sort of like on Romper Room. Kathy Marzik says the ukulele was hiding his face. He looked like a cup. He does look like a cup, and upside down he would be a cup. Oh, be quiet. There. I thought we might need this. We need a lot of stuff. Let me tell you, we need a lot of stuff. I have a few poems for you, although the one I really wanted, I just thought about how happiness was not meant to be a crumb. And I thought, well, maybe we need that about happiness not needing to be a crumb. I'm on my own here. And Ski Boy, if I'm honest, is in the doghouse. He told me he was coming home this morning, and then he changed his mind. Romper Room, Bomber Blue, yes. And so he's Mr. Chicken this morning. He's got some work to do to get back into my good books. Okay, this is a Mary Oliver poem. This is called Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind. And much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. I've got another one for you too. And I have an experiment, by the way. I'm thinking of getting readers. I keep looking at you like this now. I got new glasses last week, and I'm hoping that they've moved the read part back. But I'm thinking of just getting readers. And so I have these old readers that I thought I'm going to look like everybody's bad teacher. But see, I can see everything. So there's this thing. You can get readers that have computer and reading and then be able to see the far wall. And they cost like $600. But just readers like this are $100. So I'm thinking of maybe doing this. John and Chris Bamer, nice to see you. Jean Ray, good morning. Neil Braverman, hi. And I can really read the comments. I wanted to see if I could see your comments, and I can with $100 worth of glasses. Okay, good to know. I know they look a little odd. I'll try to come up with something that looks like me. So as I said, Ski Boys in the Doghouse. So I'm going to start with this song that I wrote for a boy years ago that wasn't really blooming the way I wanted. And I play this often when Charlie's not here because it's a part that I wrote a lot of songs when I was younger that was just for me. I didn't plan on having somebody tour with me. So most of my songs were just things that I thought I could do on my own. And now I have, Mr. Magic Ski Boy, who is really great on stage. And I write my songs knowing I have that with me. So I wrote this for an amaryllis that my mother had given me that was not blooming. She'd given it to me for Christmas, and now it was, let's say, maybe February or March, and it hadn't bloomed yet. And there was a boy down the street who I was quite taken with. And he wasn't blooming in the way I wanted either, so I wrote this. This is long before I learned that you shouldn't put too many words into a line. Let's see how it starts. I just sang it this morning, I should know. Anybody remember how Late Bloomer starts? Somebody tell me. How the hell did it start? I used to know. Da-da, maybe I'll start with a different song because I can't think of how it starts right now. See nothing on the surface, that's a different verse. I got a plan for Christmas and it grows as slow as you. It's been here with me for months. Something green just peeked through. It might not like to be sung to. It might not like to be touched. Not everyone likes the water, and me, I like it too much. It sits in my front window, that's where I would want to be. Not everyone likes the sunshine, it might be too much heat. I put it with my other plants, and they seem to do just fine. It might not like the jade tree song any more than mine. Sprouting out of spite, do you wish I'd give you away? I know it's not the water, look at the aloe and the jade tree. Little plant, are you a late bloomer? Little plant, do you like me? Mark Wilson says, when something shows up, always give it a comfortable seat. For your little growth spurt, the aloe and I realize you don't have to be much of a gardener to keep the desert plant alive. If watch pots never boil, watch plants might never bloom. Little plant, won't you tell me, do you need your own room? Please, little plant, tell me you're okay. Are you sprouting out of spite? Do you wish I'd give you away? I know it's not the water, look at the aloe and the jade tree. Little plant, are you a late bloomer? Little plant, do you like me? surface? Do you bloom down below? It is never too late in the season to grow. Won't you send up a sprout? Let your flower unfold. Some bloom when they're young, and some when they're old. Little plant, you are the only one who can break out of your shell and shoot for the sun. Hold your head high till your seed be true. My little late bloomer, we're all rooting for you. Hi, Buddy Barnes. And here's Jill Stratton, holy cow, from long, long ago. Love Mary Oliver, love Cozy Sharing, grateful for you, your one wild, precious life. Oh, Jill, nice to see you. Jill used to do shows for me in St. Louis a long time ago. We all knew you would remember it, says Neil Braverman, thank you. And here's John Bamer, or Chris Bamer, saying, the aloe plant you gave me years ago is still alive in our front window. Awesome. Aloe plants, they're great. You can't hurt them. All right. Because I'm in kind of a mood, and I just played in Vermont. Charlie and I did a show there in Norwich on Sunday. This is the song that got me banned from Vermont Public Radio. I can't remember exactly what the reasoning was, but I guess they played the song without checking the lyrics. As I recall, that CD didn't have lyrics in it, so maybe that was the problem. This was written after I got a speeding ticket on the way to the gynecologist sometime in my late 20s. And if you're a guy and you've never had a yeast infection, I've inserted a power tool into the song for you to look for. In a particular niche you might not wanna watch. I'm gonna rip out my crotch, but when you find you have got that special feminine rot, you do anything to make it go away. I've been considering a hairbrush, considering a knife. If it won't go away, don't wanna go on with life. In all complete candor, a small belt sander might just about do it. You'd have to sand right through it. And I've been thinking that embalming might somehow be more calming. A chemical that surpasses lethal mustard gases to kill the little beast. It is fungal little feast. Are cold. Sorry, I'm not playing very well. Bunny Barnes, I know this one. Steve Arona, they violated the cardinal rule of radio, Vermont too, for that matter. Never broadcast anything you haven't reviewed yourself. That's very true. Very true. All right, what was number 4? Oh, I'm going to do the driveway. So I've been watching some of the news, not all of it, and reading some news, and I just thought I'd share that Paul Krugman, who has left the New York Times, has a fabulous newsletter on Substack, which you can read for free or you can subscribe. And he explains all the finances that might be over your head. If they're over mine, certainly. So I wrote this during the pandemic, during the lockdown, in March or April, when lying down on the driveway was an option. It is not an option to lie down on the driveway up here in New Hampshire. In February, I went out and looked because I considered it this morning. Last night after dinner, I walked outside. I lay down on the driveway and looked up at the sky. I lay down to give up, and I lay down to say no. I wanted to escape. The driveway would not let go. have a mind that thinks with time. An answer can be found. The driveway offered no solution. It offered the ground. It's hard to pin down what I looked up there to find. Have you been lying in your driveway, searching for relief of some kind? When I'd lay there long enough to hold what I was feeling, I got up and thanked the driveway for its healing. And when I have to lie down before I can get up again, the driveway can be the perfect friend. It's hard to pin down what you look up there to find. Are you lying in your driveway, searching for relief of some kind? Last night after dinner, I walked outside. I lay down on the driveway and looked up at the sky. Steve Arona says, Heather Cox Richardson too. Oh yeah, I read her every morning. Good point. This song was meaningful to me 4 years ago and meaningful to me today, says John and Chris Bamer. Oh, thank you. Yes, Heather Cox Richardson. She's a great thing to read. So I found another poem. Oh, it was in here. Shoot. I lost it. This was another poem I wanted to read you about how other people go through hard times. I may not be able to find it. There it is. Wow, the universe is working for me today. Searching for relief some kind. Sadly, our current mantra. Yes, we are carrying on as we do here, being kind to each other. So this is called The Riders. Again, this is from Mary Oliver, her book, The Swan. Mary Oliver is she can be a reassuring presence because she spends a lot of time in nature. This is about the Pony Express. The Pony Express needed riders, it advertised, a preference for orphans. That way, no one was likely to ask questions when the carriers failed to arrive or the frightened ponies stumbled in with their dead from the flanks of the prairies. This detail from our country's past has no particular significance. It is only a footnote. There were plenty of orphans, and the point, of course, was to get the mail through, so the theory was sound. And besides, think of those rough, lean boys, how light and hard they would ride, fleeing the great loneliness. I didn't read it well, so I'm going to read it again. When the Pony Express needed riders, it advertised a preference for orphans. That way, no one was likely to ask questions when the carriers failed to arrive or the frightened ponies stumbled in with their dead from the flanks of the prairies. This detail from our country's past has no particular significance. It is only a footnote. There were plenty of orphans, and the point, of course, was to get the mail through, so the theory was sound. And besides, think of those rough, lean boys, how light and hard they would ride, fleeing the great loneliness. I guess I like it because it suggests that there's a lot of history that we've had to live through, and a lot of it hasn't been positive for all people concerned. In honor of John and Chris Bamer having a new dog, and in honor of the fact that February is Spay or Neuter Your Pet Awareness Month, I thought I would bring back Waldo. Another song that I used to do when I was solo. You needed these kind of songs to keep people kind of perky in the second set. Because they can get tired, after listening to 2 hours of original music they've never heard before. Hi, Claude Galinsky. Good morning, Tom Luba. A Pony Express song would make a very good story song. It would, Tom. There you go. There's your next assignment. So, The True and Terrible Trials of Waldo the Dog was written when someone reviewed the album that had Turbo Yeast on it. I'm just realizing. Saturn Return. I put it out in 1994. And somebody reviewed the CD and they said, here's the latest in Sheridan's Female Complaint series, because I had a song about a yeast infection on it. And So I decided I needed to be an equal opportunity lender, and I went looking for a song about a male complaint. And I was traveling at the time in California when I met a dog named Waldo. And when we meet Waldo, he's a 10-month-old, maybe I think a 10-month-old black Labrador retriever. And he's what your vet would call intact. And on the second day that I stay at Waldo's house, he disappears and goes to the vets. And on the third day, he returns with a lampshade on his head so he will not chew out his stitches. And I'm sitting in the kitchen trying to think of a song about a male complaint. And there's Waldo outside with his lampshade. And so I like to think that Waldo and I co-wrote this. He channeled his part through the door. These are the true and terrible trials of Waldo the dog. Waldo lost his balls today. He does not want to go out and play. He knows some wrong has been done. Waldo, he was real well hung, or would have been, will not now be. Waldo's wheels are history. He bent a rim, he sprung a spoke. They call him fixed, but he's feeling broke. Now if you run into Waldo's two missing little flowers, he'd like to know why they had to go. He kept them clean for hours, and now he's just a leaf without the bud. Waldo's sleeve has lost its stud. It's a brand new game for the girls and boys. Let's find Waldo's toys. Oh, thank you. Steve Arona posted the poem. Hi, John Sprouse. If Waldo had 2 legs, not 4, they would have cut less and they would have left more. They'd have left the engine, taken the fuel. Waldo'd still have the family jewels and his holy heat-seeking device. He's a board game now without the dice. If only he could realize the joys of having been vasectomized. In a better world, Waldo would have had just one night where he could be real bad with a little dog about to get spayed. Just once Waldo could have gotten laid, and he'd have the memory all of his life before his gonads met the knife. With a little restraint, opposable thumbs, Waldo something different might have been done. He's lying out back feeling low. Waldo's balls have ceased to roll. Kathy Marzik says, the Pony Express brought tears. Waldo always makes me laugh. Today is a yin-yang day. I like the emotional journeys through the live stream. It isn't. It's an up and down day. It's an up and down day here too. I got to tell you, it's just been that kind of day for me. And I thought I'd be honest about it. Just having a day. I can't really remember all my lyrics. Probably Lyme attacking my brain. Who knows? This is a song that got me on this sampler for Hush Puppy Shoes. It also got me to play at Carnegie Hall the one time I got to go, although I may not have a second capo. I would do it good. Chris and John, right, he's a board game now without the dice. Yes. So I wrote this when I'm 27 or 28, and it gets on something called the Putumayo sampler. And Putumayo, which was a clothing company at the time, also did a lot of CDs. I don't know if you remember the Putumayo samplers. They used to come out. And they put one of my songs on it, and then they decided they would have a folk festival at Carnegie Hall, which was actually this very nice man's way of letting all of us get to go play there, which was pretty cool. Although my pianist, my partner Kent, who came with me, had his car towed because he parked in front of Carnegie Hall. He's like, wow, cool. There's a parking space right out front. Because Kent's from Kittery, Maine, and it doesn't occur to him that he's parked in a tow zone. And right before we're supposed to go on, he comes in, he looks at me, we're in the green room, and he says, my car's gone. Yeah, but anyway, this is the song we played. Oh, I brought it down. Hold on, let me see. I think I'm going to bring it down. Tried this out yesterday. By the way, if anybody is looking for something to do this weekend, I'll be teaching at the Yosemite Songwriter Retreat, and I hear there's still a few spaces open. It's online. saw that Dorothy Howland's here. And Dorothy, I have your beautiful calendar over there. Thank you all for your calendars. I've too much time to want more time, but I still do. Afraid of one shining moment I might lose. And I've been known to run round just to see myself move. I've too much time to want more time, but I still do. I drive too far to think there's no place like home. Any small town takes care of its own. In the middle of my nowhere could be a back road for you. I drive too far to wanna go home, but I still do. Too much time to want more time, but I still do. Hi Bonnie, I'm glad you're here. I'm too old to think love is just gentle and sweet. Any romance will make your heart skip a beat. And I used to hope for heroes. Some days I still do. What you can't keep, it's still a hard thing to lose. Too much time to want more time, but I still do. Too much good to think the bad won't go away. And it's a hard life, but there are very soft days. And I used to wanna be rescued, and some days I still do. And no place like home. Some days it's still true. What you can't keep, it's still a hard thing to lose. Too much time to want more time. Too much time to want more time, but I still do. Bonnie, I'm so glad to see you. I like seeing that Bonnie shows up. She's got this beautiful purple YouTube thing. Oh, Blueski. So I've been thinking about it. I'm thinking, oh yeah, are we supposed to leave Meta? And I doubt that I'm going to try and make everybody try and find me somewhere else. But I did go, wow, what a great lineup on that CD. Thank you, Steve Arona. John's process to get a blood test. Good luck with that. Oh, look, Kathy found the CD. Kathy Marzik posted a link. Here, I'll put a link to the, of course, I'm not sure if I can know how to get rid of it once I do that. Tom Luba. Oh, I love Tuesday mornings now. Oh, thank you, Tom. Hi, Susan Douglas. Catching up with the last few minutes with you. Replay. I want endless time. Yeah, who would not, right? So I'm looking at what I'm going to do here at the end. I'm going to do the song that's interesting me right now. So I'm going to go out on a song that I tried to start learning yesterday. Again, because I might record it. And a number of you heard this when I was playing it a couple years ago for a while. This is a song I wrote about the fact that my mother gave me a GPS machine and a rice cooker sometime in my 30s. And I had no interest in either of them. They seemed absolutely useless to me. And both became useful later in life. Hi, Cynthia Cohen. You guys are also nice to show up. I should be in a better mood for you. Mr. Chicken. See, I'm hoping that he helps. I want to thank Jen Lefevre for making that chicken. So anyway, I read this beautiful poem Alison Luderman posted yesterday about missing her mother. Jackie enjoying her first show. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Peter. So Alison Luderman, one of my favorite poets, I couldn't find it today. It was one of those emails that disappears. I'm on her newsletter, and she sent me this beautiful poem about watching an older woman get dressed in a locker room after Alison's mother has died, and wanting this woman to be motherly towards her. And the last line is, but she can't do that because she doesn't know the woman, and you don't talk to people in locker rooms when they're naked. So she said, so I zipped up my jacket and I walked out into the motherless world. And I just love that, the motherless world. Some songs start smooth and some start rough. Sometimes starting is enough. Mother, I did not adequately thank you for the rice cooker and that GPS. At the time they seemed meaningless. I had my salad greens and my maps. And when you're young, you don't need much beyond that. You swing for the bleachers, 'cause it's your dream at bat. So a pull-out couch, a short night, and it was all about the morning light and the long open road. But here in the middle of life, I have discovered rice. When I am lost and I don't know where to go, rice is simple and it holds on. When the salad greens are gone and I no longer drive the long road. When you move often and you move far, you never have the right map in the car. Your GPS was some protection. I have no sense of direction. When the salad days are gone, which road will lead to where you belong? Somehow you knew what would become essential food, and there'd be a day I'd want a road that leads home. But of all the stuff I left behind, the rice cooker you gave me for mine, I forgot it in a cupboard somewhere. And now I burn the rice almost every time. Maybe your GPS could help me find another one I could discover, left in someone else's cupboard, and I'll pretend it's the one from you. I'll pretend it's the one. Pretend, here we go, it's the one from you. I'll do that again so you get the sense of the end. I'll pretend 4, 5, it's the one from you. I went and bought a rice cooker, but they're all made of plastic. I hate my rice cooker that I bought. Maybe the one she got me was from plastic too, I don't know. But that's the song I'm working on because we're making a new CD. We recorded 6 songs last week, so I'm hoping it'll be out this summer. Don't have a title yet. Don't have much, but we started. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. Kathy Marzik, what a beautiful ending this morning. Music and friends sure brighten a day. Oh, thanks. John Bamer and Chris Bamer, thanks. Tom Luba, triple capo, a new challenge for me. I'll show it to you, Tom, when I see you next. Thank you all for joining me. Mr. Chicken and I, who is the avatar for Ski Boy this morning. Hi, Judy Abbey. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Janet Peterson. We thank you for coming and joining us. We'll see you next week. And take care. Read just enough news to remain informed, but not so much that you want to give up. And I'm so glad you're all part of my community. Thank you so much. Have a good week. See you next week. Bye.